Please share the information provided in this video. Always remember that a crucial part of removing a person's confusion is understanding his or her unique source of it. In this video, I will defend the notion that Genesis is in agreement with the idea that the earth is billions of years old. And presuppositions that people come to the table don't matter as far as this video goes, because I'm going to give evidence. I'm going to give the reasons, and you disagree with the evidence. It doesn't matter about me or my upbringing or your upbringing. It's just the evidence. The word that is translated day is the Hebrew word yom, and it is the only word in that language to say time. So like, if the author wanted to say time, he picked the only word in his language to say time. It's also the only word in the language for day as opposed to night. So the question is not what does the word mean, the question is which meaning do we go with. See, their language had about 17 times fewer words, so that means their words serve multiple duty with like multiple meanings per word. Let's just look at some of the ways this word yom is translated. Genesis 1:5, and God called the light day. Genesis 2:4, in the day the Lord made the heavens and the earth. Genesis 4:3, in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought the fruit of the ground. Genesis 4:3-9, let me bear their blame forever. And that's kol yom, so whole yom is what that means. That's why it's translated forever. Deuteronomy 10:10, now I stayed on the mountain 4 days and nights as I did the first time. 1 Kings 1, David was old and advanced in years. So how do we interpret this word? Well, let's look at day 7. It says on day 7, by the 7th yom, God rested from creating. So he's obviously still resting from creating, so the rest is still going. Is the day of rest still going, or was day 7 the beginning of the rest? Well, it says in the text that he sanctified the day. He made it special, holy, dedicated to God. So what's so special about the beginning of the rest? Doesn't it make more sense to just say he sanctified the day of his rest and not read some special theological implication about the beginning of the rest in between the lines that we secretly found in there? You know, just read it plainly for what it's saying. On top of that, why should we read the other yoms as different, as less than, as shorter? If the text doesn't draw a difference, then why do we create that difference and insert it in there? They're probably all the same as the 7th one. Well, there is a phrase where it says, and there was evening and there was morning. That's a good translation for what it means. It means evening and morning at the end of the first 6, and it's not on the 7th. So you would say, well, that makes them different. You know, it's talking about a normal day. But think, and there was evening and there was morning. What does that mean? That's the nighttime. And look on day 1 what it says. It says God creates the light. He separates the light from the dark. He calls the light day, and the dark he calls night. And then there was night, day 1. So he connected the word yom to what he just separated it from. He just separated from night, then he connects it to the night. So he's making it clear that he, in that phrase that comes into the first 6, he doesn't want you to think of it as the same kind of daytime time period as opposed to night. He wants you to think of it in another sense of the word. So on the basis of that, it's pretty clear that you're going to have to be liberal and find secret things that you inserted in the text to read those as 24 hours, because the days are all the same unless the text says they're not, and that phrase evening and morning serves a completely different purpose. You can even look at the Hebrew Sabbath week. When Saturday ended, they stopped resting and went back to work on Monday, so their week was obviously different from what God was doing. It's a different thing altogether. But their day of rest was the day, the 7th day.